find out in a second or so. I'm just gonna go straight through your trailers, hopefully. Okay, thank goodness.
Yep.
So, we'll check if everything is right, but this evening we are doing some fun with 4x2s. Because you can't go wrong with a high-powered 4x2.
You really can't.
Just ignoring the last few minutes, right?
Probably shouldn't pull out in front of traffic waiting for the light, but who cares?
I was just testing the brakes, and they worked. Right?
Oh, the straight liner's beeping at me. I don't like this.
Do you feel a little self-conscious sitting in the middle of traffic there?
Yeah, and it's beeping at me what the blind spot monitor is.
Oh, that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It gets worse as like you get closer to the obstacle.
Oh, it's because you had a blue Mustang convertible down there. I think it was the style police. Because he's bold. Whoa. Oops. Hit your ambulance
What?
there, sunshine. Yeah, this thing's not bothered by having a bit of weight behind it.
No, it is not. Volvo has really mastered the 13-liter engine.
Yep. I need to go and change the description of the video. But I'll do that while driving because I'm so good at this truck driving look. I don't need to concentrate, right?
Do we need to mention what happened right before we picked up the job?
I have no idea what you're talking. Oh, that. Oh, it was just a little minor bump. Okay, let's do that. There we go. All right. Added a really simple comment to the video that said fun and frolics with 4x2s, high-powered 4x2s. Yeah, it pulls like a champion, and the Mac engines don't have particularly high power numbers, but lashings of torque. I'm about to get a ticket. Oh, I'm not. Dude, I totally ran a red light, and that cop just didn't bother.
Huh.
Okay.
Maybe they finally simulated the point of no return.
Yeah, it was red. I was still half a mile away.
Maybe that cop was on his lunch break.
Probably saw my Texas plates and was like, nah, it's just par for the course. Maybe. I don't know. In Texas, I see cars, and it went to red, and one car goes through, and you're like, it's a little iffy, and then another one goes through, and another one, you're like, sir, good grief, it's been red for 3 seconds.
I got cut off like that the other day driving back to the FedEx terminal. I laid on the horn and the guy gave me a dirty look.
Because clearly you should have anticipated him breaking the law.
Yeah, no shit.
I know, right?
Oh, shut up, Windows 11. Finish setting up your device.
Oh.
No, I don't want to sell my soul to you, Microsoft.
I made it rain again. Oops.
You know, it never started raining again on my end when you did it last time.
Ah, oh well.
Go straight.
Yeah, so things you shouldn't do in the rain include using the engine brake. This engine will downshift and give you really aggressive braking. And it locks up the rear wheel. And if you happen to be turning, you just jackknife so easily.
Yep.
Oh, there's one of my trucks on the left. There's a Fitzgerald glider.
Huh?
That green truck is a Fitzgerald glider truck. At least I imagine.
Yep, hopefully.
And I'm going to cut in front on your inside so that blue car has to wait for me. Haha. Thanks. Thank you,
That's
sir.
what she said.
gross weight is then.
Yeah, I really do wonder too.
So this cargo, it reckons, is 45 or 44,500 pounds.
35,940 for me.
Your Freightliner will weigh roughly 4,000 pounds, right? They are really light.
Probably.
They are very light. Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm not going to say you can't feel the weight, because you can, but it doesn't feel underpowered. Well, I suppose it shouldn't do. It's got plenty of torque.
So I got 1650 foot-pounds of torque out of a 15-liter engine.
Oh, are you using
The engine probably weighs more than this truck, honestly.
Are you using an X15 efficiency?
No, I'm using a DD15.
Okay.
Probably one of my favorite motors in this whole pack.
Yeah. I'm using the Mac high efficiency M drive. So it's a 247 with an overdrive.
Oh, damn.
So like 60 miles an hour is about 1,000 revs.
Dang, that's nice.
I mean, it won't do 55 in top gear. It's too slow, but with the right road, this thing will get 10 miles per gallon.
Dang, that's nice.
And with enough power, it'll go really fast.
Yes, it will.
With a long enough straight road.
To slow down.
Leeson was using the Volvo V&L with the is it the 500 horsepower or the 450 turbo compound engine?
Oh, he loves that engine.
Yeah, I love that engine too. It just I was using the 415 Mac and it just walked away from me all the time.
Yep.
I just couldn't keep up.
I'll say that dang turbo compound, it just accelerates like there's not even a load behind it.
Yep. And you can. I used one. Was it last weekend that we were convoying, and then you had to go do something else, and so I was on with John. Well, we ran Texas to California, and we ran it at mostly 70, and I used the new shape Volvo with 425 turbo compound, and I got, I think it was 8.1 miles per gallon, and that's with us driving in convoy. I don't always drive the most efficient when there's two of you.
Exactly.
I got 8, and I'm like, okay, that's, and I haven't. I mean, I know what the torque curve is, and it's not polished that much for economy. It's just lots of torque, low down, and really torque gearing.
Yep. The other night I ran the 500 horsepower fire truck 12.7 and a 579 and 10-speed manual 355s, and I still managed to get like 7 miles to the gallon.
Yep. Yeah.
And that was with 22.5-inch tires, so it was turning 1500 right at 65.
Yeah. Now that engine doesn't have any polish for the fuel economy. Oops.
No, it doesn't.
That was a barrier. My bad. Well, it was
It's just simply a smaller engine that produces enough power.
Yep, and if it's at the sweet spot of his rev range, you don't need to change gear, you just cruise along.
Yep.
That was just understeering straight into the barrier because I was going too fast.
I almost did that too, don't worry.
Now I have 1% damage. Uh-oh.
Keep left. Do you even listen to me?
Nope, Amarillo.
Excuse
The
me.
limit's about to go down to 25. Or 30.
How many times do I have to tell you?
I don't, I forget what it is. It says 30 here now, so use a bit of engine braking. There's a lot of engine braking.
Caution. You're exceeding the speed limit. You're going to hit something.
Yeah, I was close to persuading the FedEx driver to let me move his truck, and I could see he was like, I mean, you would help me out, but then he was like, it's not worth it. If something happens, how's he going to explain that to his boss?
Exactly.
And how am I going to explain it to mine? I mean, I could lose the camera footage mysteriously, but that's just not. No, I don't want to imagine if I did that. That would not be good. Yeah, it's weird. We had this strange glitch caused by the sunspots and the magnetic storm thing. Yeah, no. I wonder if I can sneak past this Volvo. Does mean
That truck was probably an automatic too. It probably wouldn't have taken much to move it.
It was.
Was it an Allison auto?
Yes. I think it was, but only from the control box.
Ah, I got you. So I take it probably had either a Cummins L9 or a 6.7 in it,
Yeah,
or the PX9 or PX7.
I don't know what the engine was. It had the little push button controller, but that could actually be either of them, couldn't it? It's annoying.
Down.
And I only ever heard it move at really slow speeds. I couldn't really tell either.
Yeah, all you had to do is hear it shift once to
Yes.
determine.
But now that said, I didn't hear it shift. So either, well, he was moving it around the parking lot, so you can't really tell. It wasn't like he would have been shifting gears.
Yeah, FedEx loves them 337s. That or Volvo VNLs.
I
Though
mean,
here lately they've been using 579 single axles too.
yeah.
You're going too fast.
Well, it looked really small. Well, no, okay, it didn't look really small. It looked like a little small truck until you actually get up close, and it's like, oh, it's not quite as small as you think.
Exactly. It's like those are 22.5-inch rims, but on those smaller trucks they look like they're freaking 28-inch rims.
Yeah. And it had, I think it had a vertical stack exhaust as well, which seems to be a Texas thing, or maybe it's just a US thing. I just almost always see stacks as opposed to downward pipes.
A lot of stacks these days too are actually just fake. They're just there for show.
Yeah, I was watching something on YouTube, and the guy had a 389, and he said that the stacks were fake stacks, but he was going to convert them to be real ones.
Either that, or they have two of them there, and one of them's just not hooked up.
Yeah, one was a fake.
Which, I mean, if you have side stacks, I can see why you do that, because it would look dumb just having one on one side.
Yeah, but on a 389, definitely. Did I put vertical stacks on this? No, I didn't.
Go straight.
Maybe breaking the speed limit here.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I did. I got book speeding. Oh wait, either book speeding or going the wrong way because I was in
Turn left.
suicide lane. I'll just whistle to myself. I moved my seat position so I can see my cell phone as the nav and still see the mirror, or most of the mirror.
I don't know why I put hood mirrors on this Cascadia. I can't even see out of them the way my seat's set.
Well,
Because I don't like to set the seat too high.
right. Don't drive like this at home, kids. This is not a very sensible way to drive. Oh, we haven't got this road. Let's see if I can be exact to the end. If I get a train, it's going to ruin my plan.
Go straight.
You know, funny thing is too, I think I'm winning and I'm pulling up a hill.
I think you are.
And I'm going downhill now.
Yep, you are most definitely winning. You haven't gotten much further ahead, but you've still gotten ahead. So.
But I got shorter gearing too.
True, but it
Ooh,
just...
big tractor in the road.
Yeah? But, oh wow.
Ah,
That
nice.
thing is huge!
I wish a woman would say that to me.
Oh boy.
But no, that's cool they added those to the AI, because those are common in states like this.
It really does fill his lane, doesn't it? Okay, now I'm catching you. That's probably because you eased off.
And that's because you got more acceleration time than I do, because you got the taller gearing.
Oh, you Mustang driver. Was that really necessary? And that's why I get that the AI is sometimes utterly is oblivious to us, but sometimes it does things that I see people do to truckers in real life.
I know.
Like what he did was just, okay, it's a small gap, he's gonna fit down it. It's like, dude, that was just unsafe.
Got an old lady in a Cadillac here driving super slow.
I see it as well as white. Moments like
So
that.
now you speed up.
Moments like that, and you think this game is more realistic than we sometimes give it credit for.
The AI is either on point or it's completely just stupid. There's no in between.
Yeah. And it's a shame that you can't draw a parallel to it. It does that if you're close to a bar. Oh, I'm in the wrong lane, aren't I? I'm gonna turn right up here. Okay. Though, if I miss my turning, oh yes, I can keep going and then take the 56. That's probably quicker anyway.
Dang, they actually modeled the Cadillac ATS interior and they did it right.
Might show my age, but I think that those are a stylish, smart-looking car.
Oh, I love the ATS. They're actually one of the cheaper cars you can get to. You can find them for used well under 15 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ATS.
Don't they do them with the
Plenty.
V8 though? If you so feel the need.
That's the CTS that offers
CTS,
that.
Okay.
There was the ATS-V, which offered a twin-turbo V6.
Okay.
You get it with that, the regular 3.6, a 2.5, or a 2.0 turbo.
Okay.
And the 4-cylinder models are actually available with a 6-speed manual as an option.
I miss my manuals. But I also don't miss my doctor telling me I should get an automatic. I'm gonna miss this right turn on purpose, and I'm gonna drive like an idiot and see if I can meet you at the where the roads intersect, which is the 56, I think, and the 385.
All right.
I don't think I'm gonna do it, but we'll find out.
Go straight.
Because what's the worst that happens, right?
Right.
That Cadillac is somewhere in the distance, so we're gonna make up a bit of ground there.
Yeah, people say, oh, those are old people cars that like Buicks. It's like, shit, I would drive the hell out of one.
Yeah. I think
Or it's like the mom SUVs. It's like, I would whip one. Decent gas mileage, plenty of seating, and a smooth ride. I mean, what else?
yeah. And they probably have a good sound system too.
I know, I would love a Toyota Highlander or a Honda Pilot or something like that.
I always fancied a Honda Odyssey.
Yeah, I like those too. I like those a little bit better than the Sienna. I just feel like they offer more features and
Well, I don't
stuff
know.
for the price.
Now, I remember seeing a commercial years ago that said that the Honda Odyssey had more cup holders than seats and it could seat 8.
That sounds about right.
And my first thought was why, and then I thought, but the top-end touring model has got like double glazing and stuff. So I mean, why would you not want your own armchair in something that's just, yeah, it looks, I don't know, loads of room. Plus, if you've got, I don't know how many friends, but if I had friends, I've got loads of room for them.
Exactly. Or you can modify it, take out some of the seats, put a small sofa in there, and
Your TV, gaming,
yeah,
PC,
exactly.
yeah. But I think for something like a road trip, I mean, the Fusion's okay, but you do have to think about the size of suitcases that you're going to bring with you.
Exactly. Like if I was going to go on a big road trip, I would absolutely rent a minivan.
You're exceeding the speed
Yeah, but
limit.
with an Odyssey or a minivan, you open the trunk, throw it in the back, and hope it doesn't rattle too much.
Exactly.
Yeah, I quite like that. To be fair, the Suburbans like that.
Oh, those are nice too. I would rent the Sienna or drive the Sienna, but it's just hybrid only, and I don't really care for hybrids.
Right. I guess if it's a rental, it doesn't matter that. And a hybrid gives you more power, at least until it runs out battery.
Now, I did hear that somebody drove like halfway across the country on a single tank of gas in their Sienna hybrid rental, but
Wow.
from somebody I used to work with, yeah, they got like 700 miles range.
My ex-father-in-law had a 2004 Prius when they bought out the second gen, and he and I love to get good mileage. I mean, on a road trip, I have beaten 40 from the gas Fusion. Only twice,
Oh,
I think.
nice.
Only twice, and that is like sticking it to 65. But in his Prius, you could get 55 to 60 to the gallon if you were suitably careful.
Oh yeah.
So, of course, it was quite easy to do 600 miles, I think, was the most that we ever did from a tank, or 598. But on something that at the time took 12 gallons to fill it up, it felt like $12.
Dang.
It was very, very cheap.
I do remember Honda had a hybrid. I think it was called like the CRZ. It was really cool. It was an actual hybrid, but it was a stick shift only vehicle.
Yeah, it was based on the CRV, back which was like a 90s front-wheel drive coupe.
Yep.
And they featured one in The Day After Tomorrow, or the 2012 movie, I think. Or was that The Insight? I don't know, but yeah.
You might be thinking of the Insight.
But it's a cool-looking two-seat sports car kind of thing.
Yeah, it was.
And you are so far ahead of me, it's not even funny.
But I just got called into this weigh station up here too, so.
Right. You're supposing I'd like to be called in so I can see how much this combination weighs. Oh well, I shouldn't have stuck to speed limit, I suppose.
I'll weigh myself here, and then you can just probably use mine as a general guess, and then add 10,000 or so.
And that's just been lunchbox. Oh, you've got to go some distance off the highway to get loaded, to get gas up. Wait.
I'm just gonna go cross the road, and then freaking go back the way I was. I can't talk tonight. I'm freaking tired.
I'm kind of the same. I was yawning quite a bit. I've stopped now, but every time I take a sip of cold water, it's like, it's woken me up. And
Go straight.
Yep.
And it's a bit too late to have a cup of coffee
Caution.
properly.
You're exceeding the speed limit.
Well, it's actually kind of not, but I'm not going to.
I was like, it's just one of those things I wouldn't risk.
Go straight.
I can usually sleep, but then there's those times when I can't.
Oh, I do see you coming up on the map.
Yeah, and I got a bypass. It sucks. Oh. Huh.
What happened?
For forgot my ABS was turned off, and so we did a bit of cadence braking there. It was pretty cool.
Ooh.
And there's a guy towing a boat, which is very cool. I almost got a very close look at his propeller. Not a euphemism.
That's what she said. Alright, let's see how much I weigh. I weigh 70,490 pounds.
Okay, you're about right then. Okay. Well, since I didn't stop to be weighed, I at least stopped to be to check the video or the viewpoint. I can't speak either.
Go straight.
I think both you and I are knackered. As we Brits would say, we're slightly on the tired side.
Yep. Worked 11 hours today. I am exhausted.
It's a long hours day. Are you able to convoy tomorrow night, do you reckon?
If I get home on time, maybe.
Turn
Okay.
left.
I don't know how heavy it's going to be tomorrow. They said they're running an extra route, so hopefully some of my stuff will be taken off, but
Okay. Let's find
Well.
a new route.
Either way, I think Legion's on. I'm going to be around. Hopefully, John, Daniel, maybe. I'm not sure.
hopefully we can get Bard back on at some point.
Yes, that would be good. But I don't know if her computer's up and running yet.
What happened to it?
It still works, but she was living somewhere where she didn't have a good internet connection, I think.
Ah,
So it would work, but she just couldn't convoy. So, and I mean I don't want to say, but playing by yourself's not always what it cracked up to be, you know.
that's exactly what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Freaking amazing.
Right.
Wow. Okay, I'm just going to stop here and have a nice cup of tea. Because I started going the wrong way. On purpose, obviously. Calmly whistles. I just noted John was messaging. It says that Friday is Bart's birthday. And yes, Legion, it absolutely was a short break. It turned out that it's a little late and she was getting quite upset and crying and stuff. And John's watching on his phone because his internet's broken.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm a terrible driver.
we know.
But curiously enough, the worst incident happened when I wasn't streaming, which is just weird how that seemed to happen. Right?
I know.
Let me just block the road.
Recomputing. Never mind.
You good from the right, Zach? I'm gonna get out of everyone's way. Oh, oops. This thing is a pretty tight turning circle. Okay, there we go. So yours is the 505 and 1650, right?
Yes, sir.
Interesting. So it's got 50 more horsepower than me and 210 foot-pounds less of torque. They just set these engines up differently, don't they?
They do. Detroit, that's the thing I've noticed about Detroit. They've always given you a little more horsepower than torque.
Yeah.
Mac's kind of been the opposite.
Yes. So the Detroit would be a good choice for a state with decent speed limit or with higher speed limits.
Go straight.
Because you,
Yep.
you need the power to sort of get up and stay at those speeds. It'd be good for Texas. Whereas the Mac might be good for maybe Colorado with all the mountains and stuff.
Exactly. The Detroit would be great for Florida, because the
Yeah.
state's flat as a pancake.
Right. What's the speed limit for trucks on the on interstates.
I'm not sure for trucks, but a majority of our highways, the highest speed limit I've seen was like 75.
Right.
The majority of them are 65, so not too bad. It's not like California.
Yeah. Well, Texas has. There's no different speed limit for trucks, so.
Yeah, Texas, from what I've seen, is very lenient.
Yeah, it's. There have been times when a lot of my commute to and from work is a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, and it seems people are looking at the wrong gauge. They're looking at the revs, thinking the target's 50. It's like sometimes I almost get out because am I standing still? It is. Yeah, it's. And of course, it's not just cars. It's Class 8 trucks that want to do 65 and that 50 limit.
Yep.
Which is, I mean, if they don't get caught, then.
I was like, 15 over is really not too bad. But
no.
it's when you get pulled over and eventually you hit that threshold to where they have to cite you criminally, then you got to go to court and all that. Because here in Florida, I think if you're doing 30 miles an hour or more over the speed limit, that's when it's criminal.
Wow.
So I guess our state's really lenient when it comes to speeding.
But I mean, that means doing like 81 in a 50 limit, and that's gonna feel fast in a 50 limit. And
It is.
a good half of that 50 limit right now is construction zone, and usually there are workers present in the rush hour when I tend to commute. So plus, yeah.
That's why I only speed on the highway. If I'm in a residential or construction zone, I follow that speed limit.
Yeah, I may have said that if the police officer's having a bad day, he or she may require me to present all of my immigration stuff, and I don't have it with me. It's in our fireproof stuff at home, and that means going to the station till either someone brings it or they talk to the London embassy. And if that happens on a Friday afternoon and the embassy's closed, they've got the right to detain me till they open on Monday.
Ooh.
And for the sake of doing 65 and a 50 limit, I'm just... I try and remind myself, just because everyone else is doing it, you won't get caught, doesn't mean you won't get caught, so just don't do it.
Have you fully immigrated, or are you just here on
Yep.
visa, or?
I have. I'm on a green card, but so the green card, there's a multi-stage process, and I'm in, I think it's the third going to the fourth stage. How do I even begin to explain this? Because I don't think I fully understand it myself. So I'm a permanent resident, but right now I'm an alien permanent resident, and I can't.
Oh, okay.
Just now, normally you're at this stage till about the third year, and when I applied for the next stage, it was during the middle of lockdown, and
Oh, yeah, I
I've
got
been
you.
waiting for over 3 years now to what's normally a 6-month process. It's now been 3 years. So the date on my card actually expired 2.5 years ago.
Turn left.
Oh, shit.
Now, but here's the thing though. My status hasn't changed. My status is still exactly as it was, which is a legal permanent resident. But I can't prove it with that card because the card's date is 2021.
I got you.
Because of course my first reaction is my card's expired, I'm done for. But no, the card is just your ability to prove it. Your status is still the same, but the card doesn't show that's why they can take you in whilst they check everything. Now,
Oh, I got you.
Now my card with the letter from is it ICE? I think it's ICE. I have a letter that says, hey, this letter with your card is a 3-year extension on that date. But I don't have that letter with me because it's a legal sized piece of paper and I don't really want to lose it or get it damaged or get it wet or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the bit that is sitting at home in the 5 Pro safe. I actually have a
Smart.
I have a 6-month one, and then I have a 1-year one, and I have a 2-year one, and now I have a 3-year one, I think. So I've got a whole history there. But yeah, so yes, I'm completely and utterly legal. The right to be here and work and all that fun stuff. But I don't have a single document that shows it. I've always got to have 2 or 3, and I don't have all 2 or 3 with me.
I got you.
So it's one of those things, and because the process is so complicated, I saw an immigration attorney. I don't know when it was. I've seen him a few times, and he, well, I mean, the first thing he said about this was, "Hey, I know that this seems sensible, but try not to get arrested." Which is probably good advice anyway.
Yeah, especially this day and age.
Then he went on to say, you know, I mean, obviously don't do something stupid, but if you do get pulled over and you're speeding, don't be an asshole to the, you know, just try not to make things worse for yourself, which again I think is probably pretty good advice.
That's good advice for anybody.
Exactly. But then he went on to say, because they have this right, and they usually won't, but for the sake of just being courteous and nice to someone, just understand that you can't prove your status without this and this and this. And then he's like, and I don't recommend that you have this with you all the time, because you know, it's a piece of paper. You could get wet, it can get damaged. So does that answer your question?
Yeah, I understand it a little bit better.
Yeah. And it's like there are times like if the family's with me and I'm driving somewhere and they're like, David, everyone's going round us. And I'm like, I'm doing the speed limit and everyone's going like 20 miles an hour over around us. and it's just like I understand, but it's really not worth the embarrassment and shame of us doing 60 and everyone else doing 80. So
Yeah.
that's good, me. Hey, average gamer. I'm not keeping up with my stream very much. I'm sorry. Both Zach and I are kind of tired. Got to see fog in the game earlier on today in the stream. It was pretty.
Oh, the new fog is amazing.
Yeah, but there were mountains.
Totally not doing 60 in a 35.
Excuse me.
Do you even listen to me?
I would be, but I'm all the way up to 60.
You're going too fast.
Oh, this thing almost went onto 2 wheels then. Ooh, I can, you know, it starts to wobble when it's getting close to the limit. It was wobbling up quite a bit.
Mine does that too.
Turn right.
If only I had bull bars, I'd try to give you a little nudge.
Mack trucks are strong. You don't need bull bars.
Yeah, but you say that, and then I get 14% damage on my engine. It's like, oh man, oh no, there's a car. Oh, come on, that was dramatic. Good grief, I barely touched him, and he like swerved off the road.
It's like when you hit your brother as a kid. It's like, come on, I barely touched you.
And he's there lying on the ground screaming. And then you get in trouble because mom comes through, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
It's like, here, hit me back so we're even.
Yeah, it's a trap. Because that's when he happens to be filming you. Look, he punched me. Are you the older or the younger?
I'm the older.
Okay, so it's even worse for you because you're supposed to be the one that knows what not to do, right?
Exactly.
Turn left, then continue straight.
Did you hear me? Oh, that's a cool church bell.
Go
I was wondering what that was. I thought it was something coming through on your mic. I was like, what is that?
Did you think it was your collision warning?
Yes. I actually did.
It's stopped now.
Yeah, I like those cool little details.
Saying to Legion earlier on that SCS gets a lot of stick for you know, the game not having X or not having Y or not having Z, and I'm like, you know, I just enjoy the game for what it is, and I love all the little things that they put in it, like this.
Well, and I love how they listen to the community too.
Yeah, they do. And yes, maybe they take idea from mods, but that's half the point of, to me, the mods. This landscape right now with the farm buildings and this infrastructure and these tanks and the spray on the field, that looks fantastic. It's just immersive.
It does.
I mean, it's not a true open world game because you can't drive anywhere, but it's open world enough and it feels lived in.
turn left.
Yep. Yep, and they listen to the community and they actually provide.
Yeah.
And I just love how you can literally just set up the simulator any way you want. Like if you want certain stuff enabled or disabled.
Yep. If you want to go everywhere as fast as you can create an engine mod and a gearbox mod, and you can turn the traffic down, all that stuff, and drive it like a
Yep.
racing car. And if you want to try every trip with a 237 horsepower Mac, you can do that too.
Exactly. If you want a heavy haul with a 237 Mac, you can do it.
I don't know if you saw, but Grimes updated Frosty's winter mod today.
Really, I've actually never ran that mod.
Get ready to
Oh,
turn
it's so pretty.
Well, actually, scratch that. I think I did in 2020 when I really started getting into this game.
left. Turn right.
Yeah, it is beautiful. And I know he said in the last couple of updates that some of the textures don't fully subscribe to the weather, so the underlying color still shows through, but I'm like, that's kind of what snow does.
Yeah.
Get ready to turn left.
Oh, that's why. I forgot the golden rule, lights on for safety.
Did you just get fined?
I did, did you not hear the police car?
I did not.
That was for me.
Get ready
I
to
got
turn
busted
left.
for my headlights weren't on. What time is it anyway? Oh, it's almost
6:53.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's almost 7. That'll be why. How much more fun would this section be with a 2,000 horsepower engine and some opposite lock? And then it'd crash. Yeah, this Mac is not bad with the cell phone on the windscreen and the M drive transmission thing where you might put it.
It really isn't.
So the average gamer, what's your favourite truck then? He added a comment on YouTube. Don't know if he's still there. If you are, what's your favourite truck?
That's why Freightliner hasn't tried to stick a Detroit DD8 in the Cascadia yet.
You even listen to me.
What was I looking at those the other day? Because the DD5 is a 4-cylinder.
Yep.
And isn't the DD8 a 5-cylinder?
It's a 6-cylinder.
Who is it that did a mid-range 5-cylinder?
mid-range, medium duty 5-cylinder. I don't think anybody did.
No, I was in the hospital waiting room and I was using the hospital Wi-Fi and I was browsing medium duty engines. Oh, never mind. It is Scania. It's the DC9.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a 5-pop. It's like a 9.3 or an 8.9. It's
I'm curious what that engine sounds like now.
Yeah, me too. It's basically the inline 6, but with the cylinder lopped off.
Because I love the sound of the 5-cylinder motors, so I'm curious to see what that sounds like. I know MAN had like a V10 diesel at one point.
Yeah, that would. Well, I always thought that the 3-cylinder sounded insane.
Oh, I love those too. They sound like tractors at idle, but they sound like a V6 in the high range.
Yeah, or they sound a bit like a Porsche Boxster. So the average gamer is playing Euro Truck Simulator 2, and oh, hats off to you, because ETS2, I have a love-hate relationship with the game. I really enjoy it, but it feels like hard work compared to ATS.
Exactly. That's how I feel about it too.
But he's into his Scanias, and I've just started. I bought actually tomorrow's video is about a Scania. I bought the Streamline, which I think is the 2009 R model.
That's 2013.
Okay, it's a slightly older model truck, and I don't think I'd ever driven one in ETS2 before.
Oh, the Scanias are my favorite.
Well, I drove the Mercedes-Benz and I drove the Volvo, the DAFs as well, but for some reason I never drove the Scanias that much.
Fun fact, it was actually Scania Truck Driving Simulator that got me into the SES games in general.
I think I knew that.
Back in like 2012.
Yeah, I think
But
I knew.
we couldn't find the download link on the website, so my grandma at the time, because she bought the game for me, emailed them and they accidentally sent the link to Euro Truck Simulator 2 to download.
Okay.
Instead, so I played that demo and I was like, yeah, let's just buy this instead.
Yeah.
Caution. You're exceeding the speed limit.
Well, one of the things I love about
Turn right.
ATS and ETS is they periodically put the game for sale for $5.
I know, literally, it's so cheap, and with all the DLCs, it's like, it's not much more expensive than the base game at normal price.
Now, I know I've spent probably $200 easily between the two games when it comes to
I have too.
DLC, and then there's all the extra mods. But the base game for $5 is a steal. And you can't buy you can, but you can't buy mini Starbucks for $5.
I know. I know, I've spent all the money on the DLC. There ain't no telling how much I've spent on payware mods, though.
Yeah, I was trying to ignore that nagging doubt in my mind about how much I was spending on payware mods.
Because let's see, I own pretty much all of John Ruta's stuff.
That's about $100 at least.
Yep, or at least all of his American stuff. I think I only have like one ETS2 mod.
Whoa, that was lightning.
I got Dom's 379, the Blue Line 379, the Blue Line W900, which that truck fucking sucks, an ATS Accessories Freightliner Cascadia, also sucked. The Ford L9000 also sucked. Z-Mod's trailer, good, just needs to be updated.
Oh, I bought every single Z-Mod's engine before I ended up working for him.
I know, I have every engine too.
It's like, oops.
Even if it's a Euro Truck Simulator 2 sound, I'd still find a way to incorporate it into ATS somehow and use it there.
I weigh 79,000 pounds exactly.
Nice.
And yet, the average gamer says, yep, it's way too much hard work for ETS for the jobs. It's still fun though. I mean,
Well, especially if you just want to go and drive and look at the scenery too, you know?
now that we've got the... Wow, this is quite a storm, Zach. At least it is for me.
Oh, I see the lightning. That looks cool.
Yeah, I know, doesn't it? But now that we've got the Balkans, I want to do a Balkans run all the way up to Scandinavia. And I really enjoy driving around in Scandinavia, which is why I ended up driving a Volvo quite a bit.
I love the Volvo trucks too, especially the newer FH.
Yeah, it's a great truck.
That is, yeah, ever since it came out, that has just been such a beautiful looking truck. It looks classy.
Okay, so something that I can't show on the stream, but I've got last Christmas I was bought a couple of Philips lights that sit behind my monitor and give me some like ambient lighting. And when I get lightning, the whole freaking room lights up. That is so that's so cool. Sorry, I've never been through a storm that's been this bad with lightning, and dang, it's going crazy for me. It sounds good as well. Sorry.
What, does this game like have the Philips Light integration, or?
No, but the app looks at what goes on your screen. So there's a tiny amount of lag if you use the default settings, but if you turn it up to like high performance mode, it's real time. Things like street lights look fantastic because as you go through them, that side of your monitor lights up with the lighting for the street light. It's a very, very cool effect.
Huh.
I mean, I never would have thought that would be in any way immersive. I mean, behind the monitor, yeah, okay. But actually, driving at night, it's surprisingly cool. I probably wouldn't have bought it for myself because I don't like to buy myself expensive coffees when I can buy a cheap one, you know, but wow.
Say through Starbucks, just go. Let me go to Circle K and get a coffee.
Sometimes, or a QT gas station. Why are we not?
Never heard of them.
It's weird, Zach. There's a couple of crashed vehicles here.
That is actually weird because that is not me.
Turn left.
That's weird. You're probably projecting.
They're trying to sort themselves out, but I'd like to get there tonight, so we'll just skip round here. Use the
Yeah, the AI trying to sort itself is just freaking hilarious.
It's
Because
going,
they just end up causing more wrecks.
it's going backwards and forwards, and then hit something, and then up come the four-way flashes or hazards. Yep, okay.
That's about what sex is like. Up, 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 and then here comes the four ways.
Wait, what? Excuse me.
Go straight.
I'm going to run a red light.
Go straight.
I honk my horn just as a warning. That makes it safe, right?
Slow down. Keep right. And then
Excuse me.
I think this is going to need to be our last trip.
turn right.
Yeah, mine too. I still gotta take a shower and... I got an excellent.
Yeah? Dang. I'm sure I get an
That's because I
excellent.
didn't hit nothing.
I don't think I hit anything. I think something hit me.
Yeah, being for real, I think you actually didn't hit nothing. I think that was AI's fault for some of it.
I've skidded a few times though.
Keep left. And then turn left.
I'm not a good driver because I got very close to running into
Turn left.
your trailer.
Turn right.
Okay.
Here we are. Safe and
See.
sound.
Let's use the top-down view because we can. Alright, let's see how well that we do. I got a excellent 498 miles. Alright, well, I almost got 6 miles per gallon as well.
I'll say I think I got, let me see. I got 5.3.
That's not bad.
Not for big old 15 liter, it's not bad at all.
No, that's actually real good. I got 5.8, I think it works out to be. 5.7, 5.8.
Yep.
Which is only a 13 litre, so, and I've got all that special
Yeah.
Mac clever stuff on it. All
And you got
right.
that tall gearing.
Yeah, that's super tall. Although I spent most of it in like 10th or 11th gear, to be fair.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the last thing, Average Gamer says that ATS seems real smooth, the amount of effort to complete jobs. Yes, yes it is. And I think that's why a lot of people like
The roads
it.
are so much wider and easier to drive on.
It's great if you just want to relax and cruise. Feels a bit less technical than the Euro game.
Yep.
Though Zach, I like your idea of taking the biggest American truck and driving it through some of the small European cities. That could be hilarious.
How about the sakes? I know a lot of John Rudo's trucks do support ETS2.
Yep.
You just got to download that specific version.
And you need lots of power for when you get stuck.
Exactly. Yep. That's when you stick a 600 horsepower C16 in there and
Yep.
just let it rip.
And bring some turkey grease, because you're going to need it.
Yep.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and close the stream and close the convoy. If you're watching, thanks ever so much. I think there's something planned tomorrow night. Not sure how long, not sure who'll be on, but I think a few of us.
I'll definitely try to make it.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I don't know how long it's going to be. But if we see you, if we don't, there'll be another one. Alright everyone, well thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.